Good morning, children. Myself, Rajesh Dikruz. I welcome you to the e-learning classes provided by St. Michael's Academy, Betia. So, students, today again we will have a civics. Already in the previous video, we saw making up our constitutions, understanding the preambles, and at last we saw fundamental rights. We have studied that our constitution has provided us 7 fundamental rights, and already we have gone right to equality and right to freedom. Now we'll see right against exploitation. Our constitutions recognizes the dignity of each individuals and protect him or her from any kinds of exploitations. Right against exploitation recognizes the dignity of the individuals and protects her or him against any form of exploitation. Exploitation means anybody cannot force any person to do or work against his will. According to this right, the Constitution restricts human trafficking. It also prohibits beggary or forced labor. Forced labor is a condition where the worker does not get any wages in return of his or her labor. According to this law, children below 14 years also cannot be made to work. This is punishable by the constitutions. Right to freedom of religion. Already we had talked about secularism. India is a secular country and all the religions are equal. There is no any religions given importance. That is why secularism is based on the idea that the state has to be neutral and impartial in the terms of religion. The Constitution grants the right to freedom of religion, and according to which all religions are equal and they have right to expand and give their speech and run their institutions. Now, cultural and educational rights. The makers of our constitutions have provided cultural and educational rights to the minorities. According to this, any minor section of the Indian population has a right to conserve their script, languages, and culture. According to this, any person of the country can get admission to the any educational institution of the government. Nobody can deny the admission on the grounds of religion, caste, region, or languages. Right to constitutional remedies. The Constitution has granted right to the citizen. It has also given citizen legal sanctions and legal remedies in case of their violations. According to this, if anybody's fundamental right is violated or restricted by government or by any other lay people, then people have right to go to the court, and court will interfere and will give his or her right by any way. Right to education. It is newly fundamental rights It has been added to the constitutions in April 2012. This right has been given by the Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh. According to this right, anybody, whether she or he, at the age of 6 to 14 years, has right to get educations. They can go to the schools, government schools, and get free educations. If they are going to the private schools, then 25% of their seats are reserved if they are from the weaker sections of the society. So this right will go a long way in helping us improve the literacy rate across our country. Okay children, next topic will talk about fundamental rights as human rights. You should know the fundamental rights of India are a basic human rights. It gives freedom to the citizen of the country to ensure proper development of personality and also for living peacefully in the society. This right is applied to all the citizens, irrespective of race, place of birth, religion, caste, creed, color or gender. These rights are also enforceable by the court of law. Next we will see about fundamental duties. These duties are newly amendment added in the constitutions by the 42nd amendment in 1976. As it was thought that rights and duties both are essential in this society and the citizen enjoys the fundamental rights, then it is his duty to have some fundamental duties for the nations. But children, you should remember that fundamental rights are enforceable by the court of law, but fundamental duties are not enforceable. There are certain fundamental duties. So we will see. First, to abide by the Constitution, we should respect the ideals and institutions, the national flag and the national anthem. We should value and preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture. Third, we should cherish and follow the noble ideals inspired by the national struggle for the freedom. The fifth is we should defend the country and render national service when we are called upon. Okay children, so there are many, you can refer the book. Now I will stop here because it is too much long. Next video will have a question answers. Your homework is to do the objectives and come. Children, if you like my video, please share it and subscribe it. Thank you. Come with your preparation of your homework. Thank you. Bye bye.